need me, they need you, they need us. They need more support for independent artists, people who still grind the hardest. A hip-hop army, take it back to where it started.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the S.H.I.E.L.D. Showcase. And today we have my fam, the Caveman, Dre Fortune. What's up, cousin?
What's up, fam? You already know what to do.
I know what to do. I know what to do. Listen, man, I want to thank you for being a part of this, man, because we're just getting off the ground floor. And I came straight to you. You know what I mean? Because I'll be real and honest, straight up. When I used to put on shows and when I used to go to shows all the time, it was you guys, man. It was you. It was 100. You know what I mean? Like the way you guys put on shows, man. So I appreciate you being here. And this is all about offering insight and a little bit of experience, knowledge, opinion, and that for people that are coming up and just trying to get their grip and their start. Because what S.H.I.E.L.D. is all about is bringing hip hop back to where it began, the culture. You know what I mean? And hopefully, slowly, maybe quickly, hopefully quickly, actually destroy the music industry as it is. You know what I mean? Because they just recreated slavery when it comes to, you know, I posted something today saying that people are out there selling their souls for a loan. you know,
small business loan.
Right. So, but anyways, we're gonna talk about a few things because you've been independent for a while now. When did you get started in hip hop? When did you start performing in
2012.
Oh, okay.
2012, we started. That's when we started going hard with it. Doing shows and stuff like that. We dibbled dabbled in it.
That was great before I met you. Like, you know what I mean? And you guys were like polished.
Yeah. Oh man, I took it serious, right? Because being in modeling as a kid, and then being in the drama classes and the acting classes coming up, right? So I didn't have no stage fear. That's why it just seemed so natural.
Right.
Stage fear to me was already gone as a kid, you know?
Right.
So that's why people, how you said it, was so polished, right? Sitting in the basement, we would practice in the basement. People don't believe it, but we would use the Guitar Hero microphone, practice in the basement. And then we would tell people and they'd be like, nah, man, I ain't doing none of that. And then we'd go to the shows and you could see the difference. You could see who hopped up on there, and then who was really practicing at the crib.
So you being prepared. And that's the thing. Like, when I talk about studio time, I've mentioned it before, like, practice is free. Studio time is not.
Yeah.
All right. And other people have mentioned about getting on stage and performing and whatnot. And if you get your break, you better be prepared.
Yeah.
All right. So you don't want to get on stage your first time when you're trying to make it, because people will not come back for a second. Not usually. Not usually.
Because there are already not a lot of people in the beginning. When you do your first couple of shows, there's not a lot of people there. So if you look crazy with them 8, 9 people there at the show, then them 12, 15 people at the show, they're going to be like, yeah, I ain't coming back to see that shit. Nah.
They see you on a poster like, nah, I'm good.
They be like, nah, I'm good. I seen that.
Right. All right. So you started performing in 2012 or what have you, but so when did hip hop become a part of your life? You don't wake up and say something and say, okay, I'm doing this.
It's always been a part of my life. Like my dad riding around in my dad's Cadillac with the 8 tracks listening to Rakim. That's been my life, right? That to me, that's probably one of the top level right there. You want some real life, some bars without the filler, with some real meaning to it. Yeah, that's Rakim. Yeah, all day I listen to that in my sleep if I got to.
Right. Well, listen, reflecting on that, when I asked people when they fell in love with hip hop, my story about falling, listen, I remember listening to all kinds of different things growing up, but it was one time I had that yellow Sony Walkman. All right, had the FM on it, sitting on the bus, listening to WJLB Detroit. All right, Rakim Microphone Fiend. I was on the back of the bus listening to Microphone Fiend for the first time, bro. I lost my mind. I lost my mind.
Riding in the caddy. I'm telling you. I was little going like, yo, what?
Yes, sir.
Microphone pin. Yo, I feel you.
So obviously Rakim has been one of your early influences. All right. Who else influenced your rap style, or at least your what is your preference as far as hip hop goes? What did you grow up on? Beyond that.
I'm still, it's like the Andre 3000, those that's who I looked at when I was rapping, when I was listening to rap, and that's who I was like, yo, that's my style right there. I liked how they kicked the truth and got funky with it, you know what I mean? But they kept it real the whole time. And that, to me, that's what I liked. They didn't have to talk about shooting and killing, you know what I mean?
Right.
They could talk about killing you on the microphone and do it in a very elaborate way.
Right. Yeah. And that's what hip hop is. You know what I mean?
Right.
Of unity and safely having fun. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what you think of it, that's what it started as. Yeah. Right. Hopefully S.H.I.E.L.D can at least shine some light and bring that shit back, because culture got changed in the early 90s. And it's a blessing somebody like you got to hear something so powerful at a young age that it left an impression on you, because a lot of people grow up on stuff from mid-90s on. And I'm not saying it's all garbage, but motivations changed.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I always saw it's to me it's let's kill each other. Right. To me, that's all I literally hear. Let's be drug addicts and kill each other.
Well, that's the thing. Like, the record labels sold out to the prison system in the early 90s. You know what I mean? So then you lost the Queen Latifahs. You lost the Poor Righteous Teachers. You know what I mean? They weren't getting record deals. They weren't getting radio play. They weren't getting pumped on MTV. You know what I mean?
that kind of music is gonna keep the youngins out of trouble. You know?
Yeah.
Listening to that positive music gonna have people uniting together and wanting to build together and be like, forget the system, man. We can do this.
Right.
We can do this on our own.
Like, I feel so blessed coming up in high school listening to X-Clan. You know what I mean? And matter of fact, my very first record review was on Queen Latifah, and it was like hip hop taught you stuff, it empowered you. It made you feel like you could accomplish something.
It did.
Right. So I've known you for a while now, and you're one of those people that is into social change and social justice in that. So I saw you perform a long time ago, and it was party raps and party things and whatnot. There was other things on your albums. There's other things in your videos. I'm just saying, obviously, when you're in the club, you got to rock the set.
Yeah. You gotta be diverse with it. When you can't, you know what I mean? As much as I just want to be let's kick the truth. Let's keep, you know what I mean? As much as I want to do that, we gotta have some fun sometimes. I mean, we can't be serious all day long.
Well, facts be told, right? So the last time when I was visiting you, matter of fact, the beautiful background, you took your family away from the city.
Yeah, man.
Know what I mean? How's that going for you?
You see, I got my garden behind me. That's my garden behind me. You know what I mean? That's how it's going, man. I'm out here living life. My children get to do something different that I didn't get to do growing up. I ain't know how to ride four-wheelers, none of that. They can do all that here, free willy-nilly. You know what I mean? Nobody tell them, nah, you can't do that. No, don't go over there, right? They got their dogs, so they can travel anywhere they want around there.
Yeah, man. That's what's up. And that's what that's hip hop. As far as I'm concerned, like, hip hop might be graffiti and DJing and MCing and what have you, but it's also stepping away from the system and being independent of the system, the industry. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, because I was lost in the system. That's what I be telling people when I have conversations, and they, why you talk like that? Well, bro, I was lost at one point. Then I had to realize I can step away. What's up, son? You can step in. Yeah, see, it's my older right there. You know what I'm saying? So I had to realize I got to step away, analyze who I am, because I have a family. I got to build for my family. I can't just be out here wilding out like I was when I was 20, 21. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
realize there's a bigger picture.
Right.
And these is what the bigger picture, this is what matters in the bigger picture.
I'm so glad that this, I'm glad, you know what, I'm off script, man. I'm throw the script away.
It's all good. It's all good, man.
I'm glad he stepped in because I really want to talk to you more about manhood and fatherhood more than being an MC and a rapper. And we'll get back to rapping and whatnot. We'll get back to how you've evolved as an MC.
You know why you ain't got to get back to it? Because that's what my rap is now.
Right.
So
yeah,
when we speak right now, that's how I rap now. That's what my message is now.
So that's basically, let's talk about the evolution of Dre. Let's talk the evolution of the caveman.
Yeah, evolution of the caveman. So when I first started, when I was doing music, I wasn't living life in the best light, if you understand what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
You know? So as those years went and I started doing research on things, and how you said the prison system, and then I started looking up music and like, oh snap, the message did change. Oh snap, like it's all started to make sense because I had older people telling me. I had the old heads telling, as we would call them, the old heads. The old heads would tell. Well, now I'm an old head because I got children. I'm raising a family, so I'm an old head. And I had them telling me, like, man, just switch your style just a little bit. Because you already don't talk crazy. You just talk what you've done in life, what you're doing in life, right? And I've always done that because growing up in Detroit, you better be what you say you about because somebody will test you. And being a Black Canadian in America, that got me tested quite a few times. You know what I mean? So I kept it real in my raps from day one. Nothing, I don't fabricate nothing. I don't believe in telling something about what you're not doing. Right. I believe in saying what you expect to do, what you got plans to do. But to say you got this and you know you don't got it, I ain't with all that.
Right.
Because that's not the real world.
Right. And the thing is, like, you're living the real world right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the real world took a shit on us for the last couple of years.
Oh, yeah.
As entertainers, as citizens of this, it's a beautiful country. You know what I mean? And North America is a beautiful continent, but they've been shitting on us for the last couple of years, man. And I follow you. So talk to me, man. Like,
saying you see, because at one point I felt like, nah, it ain't my place to say nothing, right? Because people hit you with the, hey man, you ain't a doctor. Hey man, you ain't a this, you ain't a that. But I'll be like, you know, you can pick up the same books that they pick up and study in schools. Yeah. You can learn the same thing. Like I said, it was crazy listening to Dr. Sebi's story and how he didn't go to no institutions and did what he did. Got the knowledge he got from picking up books, you know? I learned that children don't retain the knowledge from screens as they do reading books. I can say this because I did this test with my own children. Right. See, that's the thing what people don't understand is when they hear something, when they see something, instead of going and doing their own tests and experiments, like you can be you can be a scientist. You don't need this label, this doctor, quote unquote, to be something. You can actually do your research and you can find out there are natural things everywhere. Heal your pain. And you get what I'm saying? That it's a false reality they've been giving us. That's why they've been able to shit on us so long, because we've all been living in this false reality. And then we fighting for change in a false reality, as opposed to stepping back and understanding like, yo, this is where it's at. Land where nobody can tell you what you can and can't do.
Right.
Where you can choose. Yeah, do I want to have some fun today? Do I want to relax? You know what I mean? And I still got a job. I still go to work. But we have a family here. It's a whole family here, like a tribe. You know what I mean?
And you're gonna need that soon, man. Like you need it now. You needed it before, but reality is setting in that we're gonna have to start living in smaller communities and protecting ourselves because we're being shit on a regular basis.
And you gon' stay getting shit on.
Right.
Understand that this system wasn't built for us to be on top chilling, just laughing and giggling, bro. The average of us, the top percent of us, that 90% of us gonna stay getting shitted on until we all stop looking at everybody else as like some fucking villains and it's their fault and this. No, we gotta come together.
Yeah.
We gotta stand together.
In hip hop, in culture, in society as a whole. You know what I mean? I agree with you 100%. You know,
even in music, Windsor, prime example. How many dope MCs are in Windsor? Been in Windsor, and instead of everybody standing together, they wanted to, here, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. We should have just threw a big ass show with all the top dudes who was serious about it. Remember when we had that conversation? Me and you had that conversation when they wanted to send you out west. And I was like, bro, I do it because at the end of the day, you can come back and then you can bring them with you. Right. You know what I mean? But then you said that ain't in your path. That ain't in your path. Now look at where we at now. You doing something bigger. You know what I mean? You doing something bigger with a bigger meaning to it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's it, right? Like I figured the S.H.I.E.L.D. thing was born off the idea that we're all running the same race. So why not run in the same direction? You know what I mean?
Why not pass the baton, motherfucker? We in a race together, motherfucker. Hand me the baton, I hand it forward, and we keep it going.
Say again?
I said, because to be real, there was only a select few people, and you were one of them. Needles was another one who really was like, yo, y'all, yeah, we'll fuck with you, dog. Was like DJ Kid. He was the first part when you had us do a show at the bar, at your brother bar. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was the first DJ to actually kick the shits with us. And we was like, yo, we fucking with you. Every time we do a show, we hitting you up. And that's how it was supposed to be. With everybody's supposed to build a connection, build a big ass foundation, and then we go everywhere else. And then they go, damn, this little ass town, this little city, Windsor. Oh, they going crazy. They going crazy. No, we sitting back watching Toronto do their thing. We got them out. What you hear what I'm saying? Every other scene in Canada is popping, and Windsor got some dope artists. It's so dope. It's so diverse that I don't get why we ain't been shining already.
Well, and that's the thing. I'm glad you said diverse, man, because when it does come to Windsor, I can't always fuck with everybody, but there's so many. You know what I mean? I can listen to a list of them. I've been dealing with this for 10 years, you know what I mean? Ever since I came back from DC, and tried to fuck with this S.H.I.E.L.D. thing and try to get people united and what have you, because I saw the talent that was in there. It's like I had to put down the mic because there was so much talent going on in that town, right?
For real.
I'm trying to get people focused on the culture and not the dollar signs. You know what I mean? Because the dollar signs, you can make money anywhere. You know what I mean? There's people right here. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna try to make money doing this. You know what I mean?
Why wouldn't you though, right? Why wouldn't you?
If you're making money,
how S.H.I.E.L.D. supposed to get bigger? Where you wear it on your back if if funds ain't coming in,
right?
You know?
Yeah. Well, and that's it, right? Like everybody needs funds, but everybody doesn't realize it takes funds to create funds, right? So people out here running around trying to find a record label, a record deal, and this, that, and the other thing, and that's the worst loan in history. You know what I mean?
And look, instead of them trying to sign a record deal, a group of them come together. They start throwing in a certain amount of money every week. Boom, boom. Here's your pot. Now we got a record label. So if we want to go somewhere, we want to do something. There's a giant pot that we all been putting in there. You know what I'm saying? That pot is building. So even if we go do something and we get this big lump of money or something, we all still throwing in that pot, regardless of what's going on. And then now you got your own record label. You got the funds to support anybody and what they need to do, to the point where you hitting them big figures, and that little pot really ain't nothing but some savings now. That's super savings.
Yeah. See? because you're
Then
gonna
you
need
can
that,
go, yeah. Then you can go start putting people through college and stuff because
right?
now you got some extra paper set aside. Oh, we can do that. Yeah, you say 7 kids? Yeah, we can. All right, cool. We got enough to send 7 of them through. Let's do it. They don't think like that, man. I had to step back. I never
Yeah.
used to think like that. And then I had to step back.
You take some of that money and go get you a homestead up north.
Buy land. I'll be telling people they think I'm joking. I'm like, your best bet is to buy land.
Yeah.
Your best bet is to buy land because that's what we about to do.
It's
We
the
gonna
only
buy
thing that
more.
increases in value, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What increases in value that isn't an antiquity, right? Like, unless you find
Yeah.
something that's 150 years old, you know what I mean? Land is the only thing that's going to increase in value. And
That's
the
it.
further you are, the more expensive it's going to get when people want that shit. So
Yep.
I
Yeah.
was
I
looking
just
at,
watched. I watched some places up here, some land that was 75 acres and 120 acres, and it was like 80 grand. It was like this. Yeah, bro. When I'm telling you, it was stupid. It was so. It was. I'm like, yo, this can't be real. And then COVID happened. Boom. All of a sudden, everybody's house then went up about 300,000. And I'm like, yo, this stuff was just 60 G's, 80
right,
G's. Now you trying to get 370,000 for this? Yo, this is nuts.
yeah,
The greed of people. That's why I don't like humans, man. I love humans, but I don't like them because they're greedy, man. It's
yeah.
materialism. I think that's what it is. It's materialism. It's they need so much materials to think that that's what life is about. And
Well, unfortunately, that's what hip hop got turned into in the mid 90s. You know what I mean? Everybody liked to wear the tracksuits and everybody liked to have a little shine and a little bit of bling and what have you, right? You know, you got the chains, show off a little bit. But then the subject matter, that's all it became.
yeah, and my car is bigger than your car.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, my 48 chains is more than your 52 chains because they bigger. Like
All
it
bought
was
it with an advance.
yeah. And that's what I'm saying. And then it was a false image because how you just said, I bought with an advance. That money you still owe back, or you renting it, or you get what I'm saying? It was so much false stuff that was going on that really they manipulated the minds because
Yeah,
you know how they operate, man. I keep telling people influencers are there to influence you into what's cool and what's not cool. What's more to be said about that?
right. And the
Because
thing
when we
is,
were coming up, right? When we were coming up, they tried to put the fanny packs on us, but it didn't
yeah,
happen. You get
yeah,
what I'm
no,
saying? And this is why I say I can watch how I can say I'm a witness to seeing how they can manipulate the minds. Because
yeah.
then boom, now they're all wearing fanny packs and they got the satchels and they got the man bags and all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? They got the man purses and they saying it. It's just I'm just like, dang,
It's out
things
there.
it's out there, and really it's just like y'all did it through hip hop. People don't believe me when I say they using hip hop as a weapon.
Oh, it is. Thank you.
They using
Hey,
hip hop as a weapon, and it's so dangerous.
yeah.
It's sad. It's sad that we didn't let it slide into what it is today.
Well, the thing is, the gatekeepers were slipping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The gatekeepers were slipping. I'm not going to point any fingers at who signed the
No.
first deal and who had the first bullshit song on the radio. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But the gatekeepers were slipping, you know, and this independent shit should have happened a long time ago. It did. It started out independent, obviously.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then people started signing them deals and
They
what,
splashed that money, man.
and it was
They
still
splashed
fine.
that paper.
But like people were excellent boxers and excellent basketball players and football players and still didn't make their money because they didn't understand the contracts they signed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's no different than hip hop.
Yeah. And that's how you just said they ain't understand the contracts because who's sitting down? It's like everybody today when they hop on these apps. The average person ain't looking at that terms and all that secure, all that. They just hit, I agree, click, clap, wow. And then you hear and you do your own research and you like, yeah, they got control of what?
Yeah.
They can distribute who?
Yeah.
Oh, they gathering information from where? Oh, yeah, no, I'm smooth on that.
Yeah.
That's why I don't got no TikTok. I don't got that. I hardly be on social media now, especially living out here in the bush.
Well, there's no time for that. No, when it comes to developing a career, social media does have its benefits.
Yeah, it do. It do. I can't hate on that. People who making their paper off of social media, they killing it. They killing it.
Even just getting your name out as an artist or video, what have you, and if you're wise enough to run your own label and run your own game, you know what I mean, and interact with your fans, your fans, so that you're one-on-one with your fans and you're collecting all revenue instead of giving all that revenue to somebody else, paying back your fans. You know what I mean? So I've been telling people that instead of getting a manager, because traveling and doing the touring stuff is expensive, it takes a lot of time, and you might get some fans and whatnot. Nothing replaces the stage, and I'm not suggesting people leave the stage. The stage is amazing. Yeah. But I would suggest that it'd be better to hire a social media manager than it is to hire like an agent or a manager to book you gigs, right? Because you get your social.
I got somebody who. That's why I got somebody now who be running mine.
Yeah, man. I've been telling people. Because you don't have enough time in the day. You're a father. You work. You know what I mean? Yeah. Games aside, we got jobs.
That's what I'm saying. I tell people all the time, I love doing music, but I still got a real job. I got my own business. Like I'm not playing out here. Right. Regardless of how I feel in the music position, I still got children to feed.
Facts.
And that's it.
Yeah. And that's, you know what I mean? Like, that's all you can do is take care of them kids, teach them the best way possible, and show them the best example that you can be, instead of just being a mouthpiece for, you know what I mean, the game. All right, so listen, man. Last time I saw you, I came to visit up there, and you let me hear some of your music. So let's talk about what's coming up next.
Oh, so I got I got a little CD coming out. The old me, new ways. Yeah. I got something. I got something coming.
That sounds like the evolution of the caveman.
It is because like last time when I performed down there.
Yeah.
In the show. You know what I'm saying? We did our old stuff, and then I hit them with a couple of new joints. And they was like, yo, where did this come from? Yeah, this is what I'm on.
It's Dre. Said I am conscious, I am conscious. Said I am conscious, I am conscious. Said I am conscious, I am conscious. Do they really care? We just pawns in they chess game. All this mental illness, but society say they all sane. Tell me where we lost hope. Rappers perpetrating like they ballin', but they broke. It's a shame the way the rules changed. When I was coming up, you didn't hang with the snitch. You ain't stick to the code, you got banged on the lips. But that's no more. They done redefine that role. They out here breaking bread with them chickens who told I remain vertical, but they tryna put me horizontal. They afraid cause I've been awakened and no longer docile. Tryna be remembered like Jesus and all the apostles. They told me I couldn't do it, so I made it all possible. Let me show you what knowledge do. But I'm not a college dude. Better speak with intelligence. You want them to acknowledge you. Tryna be the greatest, second place for you is not optional. Better step it up or you just gon' have to watch what I'ma do. I am no longer asleep, I am conscious, they are nervous. So I'm focused while I'm working, cause I'm out here with a purpose. In a moment that I realized that, I told them dudes that they best fall back. Cause I am no longer asleep, I am conscious, they are nervous. So I'm focused while I'm working, cause I'm out here with a purpose. In a moment that you realize that, I guarantee that you do fall back. Listen, it's Cave Nation, I told you I get it rolling like a locomotive. Yes, I'm still chiefin' on Herbal, and you know it's potent. Stay in your lane or get left smoking. I'm only headed up, cause that's the best motion. I'm trying to be the greatest, I know they can't believe it. I wasn't for the talking, so I just made them see it. Y'all been telling fairy tales, you couldn't make believers. Shit, I've been on fire and wouldn't break the fever. Full speed, like a cheetah, I'm off the meat. I made my own path. You talk that drugs, but I talk to people. Whoa, don't act surprised, open your eyes. We were pre-programmed to believe in them lies. Are you promoting the same or you making a change? Cause understand, we not meant to survive. I know it's sad, that's how the story goes. So I'm about to wake them up, I hope y'all know I am no longer asleep. I am conscious, they are nervous, so I'm focused while I'm working. Cause I'm out here with a purpose. In the moment that I realized that, I told them dudes that they best fall back. Cause I am no longer asleep. I am conscious, they are nervous, so I'm focused while I'm working. Cause I'm out here with a purpose. In the moment that you realize that, I guarantee that you do fall back. Yeah.
This is what I'm on.
You guys brought the crowd that day, man. Like,
Yeah,
people were vying for that headline spot, and I was giving people tickets to sell, and you was coming back. I need more tickets, cuz I need more tickets. I need more tickets.
And that's the thing, man. If you entertaining, I always say if you entertaining, people will come back to watch you perform.
Yeah.
Even if it's the same songs.
Oh yeah.
People will come back and watch you perform because if you entertaining, you don't look the same every time you go up there.
Yeah.
You don't say, I don't say the same thing every time I go up there.
No. But a lot of times people will come by to hear the same song because it rocks.
They like that. Yeah. They like it. Yeah, and one thing them rappers better stop doing locally is rapping over their verses with their lyrics playing.
Oh man,
they gotta stop doing that.
It's all right to have a little background vocal, like a couple hits.
Some ad-libs.
Background, they some
your ad-libs. Let your ad-libs play. Leave your ad-libs on it, and boom, you golden.
Oh yeah.
You golden.
When dude turned his back to the crowd, and you know he's not rapping, he's catching his breath.
He got his mic up here. Yeah, he got his mic up here, and his lyrics still going. You like, yo, bro, we came to see you perform, my dude.
Yeah, but that's everywhere. That's not just in any one.
Oh yeah.
That's just amateur rap.
And I just say that so they will understand that it's more entertaining. It's way more entertaining to watch somebody rap their lyrics than to be standing there kind of lipping their lyrics.
Yeah. And that's the thing that, like, listen, man, I don't know if you've ever experienced it, but I've totally messed up and had to start over. Like, DJ, stop.
Stop the tape. Hold on, wait, stop. No, we ain't doing this.
Select the rewind.
Yeah, and that's the thing. People find that entertaining. People find that entertaining. You mess up and you stop. Okay, nah, we gotta correct this. Let's do this right.
And then bring the heat.
People find it entertaining, man. Be unique, but don't be crazy.
No. Some people can get away with it, but yeah.
I give them people props for over there in the rap show and then just jumping out in the crowd in the hopes that them people gonna catch you, dog. I got y'all got faith, cause ain't no way, dog.
I like to tell a story, man. When I was over in Whistler, BC, I just happened to roll up on a set because Swollen Members was doing a show.
Okay.
Out in Whistler, and I knew the dude that was the head of the security there, and he asked me to be a doorman for the night because they needed some security. All right. Long story less long. Prevail decides he wants to crowd surf. He gets out there crowd surfing, but this is Mojo's in Whistler, so it's the basement bar with the ceiling that's very low. Yeah. My man was getting mashed up against the ceiling with no way out. I'm just sitting there watching the show and just, minding my business on stage. And Mad Child started looking at me. He points out to the crowd. He's like, hey, like looking out there. I had to go drag dude off the crowd because he got lost in it. Like they weren't letting him back on stage, man. He got a little wild.
Yeah, no, I ain't experienced nothing like that at no show yet. But whew, I couldn't imagine being pancaked off the rooftop.
Be all up in the ceiling with the pipe, the dusty pipes and shit.
Yeah, getting dusty, cause I ain't come here for that.
All right, man. So listen, as a father, what are some of the lessons you're teaching your kids out there right now, up there in the north? You know, you teach
Number
them
one,
stuff.
number one thing right now I'm teaching my children is to know their rights. To know their rights as Canadians. You know, that's it.
Yeah.
That's well, that's the number one. You got to know some of it. You ain't
Well,
got
that's
to
the
know
thing.
it from top to bottom, but you got to know the main ones, man,
Yeah.
because they out here trying to take the rights away. People don't understand what's really going on, and I want my children to know
Right.
that you, as a Canadian, this is what you able to do. You can believe what you want as a Canadian. Ain't nobody tell you, no, you can't believe that. You got to believe this. No, I got the right as a Canadian to do that. Don't you can't.
Yeah, but they're out here trying to change the rules behind closed doors
Yeah,
under the
and that's what I mean.
security. Oh, we can't tell you what we did because it's a national security risk.
Yeah.
You know? And then
And it's a security risk because somebody gonna hear y'all playing and gonna say, yeah, we don't like that. We
yeah.
don't like that one.
Or
We don't like that one. And another thing I'm teaching my children is to garden. They know how to garden. My son learned how to change the oil on a generator today. He's 10 years old. He'll be 10 in October, but he learned how to do that. You know,
yeah.
it's yeah, man. I'm trying to teach them things that the tools they will need in life to survive. When
Facts.
things get rough and you hit bottom and you gotta know how to grab your boots by the straps and get to stomping in the mud, it's gonna be nothing.
Right.
It's not gonna phase you. If a hard time coming, you gotta switch it up.
Right.
That's what I'm teaching my children, the real life. The real life of this life they trying to tell us we gotta live.
Right.
You know, I'm teaching them that they can do what they want. You ain't gotta go here and go there to learn this. You can
Right.
go to the library. We can go to the library. We take trips to the library and we just be sitting there chilling, watching videos on these educational videos. They have documentaries and stuff there. And then we got books and stuff that we just sit there, chill, read, take some home, you know. We still do the old school stuff, go to the library.
The
A lot of
library.
people I'll be talking to. Yeah, a lot of people I talk to, they be like, yeah, I don't go to the library no more. Man, go to the library, because even if you get that book on a screen, you reading it on the screen, you'd already distracted because your stuff gonna pop up at the top and there's too much to go on. In a book, there's nothing there but you and the words.
Right.
And you can read the words as fast as you want to. You can go back. Yeah, let me read that one more time. You know what I mean? The phone get to ringing, somebody call. Oh yeah, you put the book down. Now you you stand up, walk away. Now you done lost your focus, man.
Right.
I find it very peaceful out here.
Well, I love the fact that you're talking about educating your kids in more than one way.
Yeah.
But I think that's what hip hop has lost, is the lesson.
Yeah. Yep.
Like,
I understand what you're saying.
We have to check these.
And they don't promote the ones who are out there doing that. J. Cole, prime example. What he speak is so coded, uplifting, get y'all shit together rap. But they know not to promote that shit because hell no, we don't need them thinking like this motherfucker. We don't need him thinking like him. Hell no. And that's why I say people should be standing together, building together as a community, because then they can't tell you who can be heard.
Right.
And once you got a big enough platform and a big enough group of people listening, the stream is endless.
I'm saying.
Because
Hip
the
hop could
people,
probably be a political party.
yeah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying.
I love that you're wearing that sweater, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. They better know it.
So, all right, man. I appreciate you visiting with us. and telling us
you
a
already
little bit
know,
about
fam.
the caveman, the evolved caveman.
Yeah, you already know these. That's when I grew these.
Yeah,
That's how
man.
long these are. That's the dude, the caveman Dre right there.
Well, you've been up
When
there, what, 4
everything
or 5
changed.
years? You've been up there,
Yeah,
what, four,
I've
4
been
years?
up here for 5 years now.
5.
Yeah, yep,
Yeah.
5 years. 5 years and counting, still and loving it, loving every minute. Cause
And
almost
that's the thing.
everything, huh?
That last show you did, you came from up north. You
Yeah.
traveled the 10 hours,
Oh,
rocked that
peep it.
shit with a full
Hey,
crowd.
I came from up north. Peep how the devil work. I came from up north. We got right to North Bay, pulled in into the McDonald's parking lot, and right when we turned to right, the car started going. I was like, damn, what the hell is that? Our wheel almost fell off.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? So
Damn.
like the devil knew. Oh man, this man's about to be on something different. Cause I kept telling them they not ready for the end of this show. No, I tell you that much. They not ready.
No,
And then
man.
the
I
beat,
can't wait.
remember the beat wouldn't play for the one track.
Right.
The one
Yeah.
song maybe. Remember the one song maybe. Maybe it's our part these kids don't like to listen. You hear me? The beat wouldn't play for it. They ain't want them to hear it. I'll acapella that shit anyways. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. I be telling people that stuff happened, man, your ass better still perform. You ever watch the movie Soul Man and Bernie said, I don't care if it's 2 or 3, it's still an audience.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you better perform
And you better
as if it
perform
was
like it's a
5,000.
sold out 5,000 people crowd. You better
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Yep.
man.
Oh
So
yeah.
when can I expect this next album? When can I expect your next offering?
It's gonna be in the beginning of next year. Dropping
Okay.
in the beginning of next year. Yeah, because I'm about to finish shooting these videos for these couple songs that I got already. Because people want some visuals. They kept saying that, man, I love your music, dog. You just gotta drop some videos. And I was like, all right, I got you. I'll get something cracking. So I'm finishing up some videos. I might even have some of this on up in them bad boys. You know what I mean? Yeah, you already know. Yeah, and I still gotta get a couple more local people. Shane Mack, I gotta get. That's my little brother. He got
Yeah.
the he got that new clothing, making them new shirts and all that. Yeah, so I gotta get some of his stuff too, so I can wear it in the
All
videos.
right. Well, make sure
Yeah,
he hops at me too, because hip hop,
no, for real.
again, like it's about MCing, DJing,
Yeah.
breakdancing, beatboxing, graffiti artists, fashion designers. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
because he rap too, man. That's what the thing too. You do got to get with him too, bro. Because he got to be one of the coldest battle rappers I ever heard
yeah, yeah.
anywhere, man. And I'm telling you, I put money on him against anybody in Windsor. Anybody
Uh-oh.
want to smoke with him in battle rapping, bro? Name the price, dog. I'm telling you, he'll mash him. He'll mash him.
Yeah. Listen, this shield thing can evolve into all kinds of different things. We might even have
Yeah,
to. We're planning on doing some live events and things like that, so we might have to have some type of bracket. You
yeah,
know,
man. Shit, you let me know. I'll travel down there. I'll travel down there and do some shows. Shit. Look,
matter of fact,
man, and that's what they better start doing. Look, I got a job and still got find time to do music and my side job and still be a father, man. Y'all better start making excuses. I know that
well,
much.
you don't have to sleep. I was interviewing Jay Reno last week or earlier this week, and one of his quotes was, "You don't have to sleep 8 hours."
No, you don't. You can go to sleep for 5. Go to sleep for 5 hours and get up, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Or
you
or do it all nighter.
go all week on 3 hours, but you
Yeah.
don't have to always be sleeping, waking up
No, you
late.
don't, man. That's what I'm saying. There's work days where I just stay up till like 12 o'clock, go to sleep for 4.5 hours and get up and go about and do my 12 hours like it ain't
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah. Because it's
Yeah,
responsibilities. Like I like to talk to people about the balance between obligation and ambition,
yeah,
right? Like there's a certain point in your life where obligation takes over and ambition has to take a back seat
yeah,
and come to
yeah.
grips with that because
And I've been there. I've been there. That's when I stepped away. That's when I moved up here. Like when I realized that, I was down there and I'm like, yeah, I wanna go see something different. I want to show my kids something different. let's do something different. So,
well, didn't this happen? Didn't you go up there to visit wifey's family and you was just like, no, we're staying?
well, we did that a couple of years. Came up for a visit. Then I'm like, dang, man, this is kind of nice up here in the summertime. You know what I mean? There's mosquitoes and black flies, dark flies. Here's spruce bugs that take chunks out. I mean, it's cool, but it's nature, right? After
Yeah.
a while, you get used to it. Don't bother you like me. I'll be out here in wife beaters just chilling. It's nature, man. You know?
They got some predatory insects up here.
But then I was like, yo, let me see what the winter's like. Wintertime it wasn't cold like everybody kept saying. I ain't doing no cold like that, man. That's too cold, right? It's a dry cold. Down there, you get sick down there going out in the cold. Up here, you just gotta be bundled up, right? And you can be outside chilling, parlaying on the snowmobiles, everything just rolling.
Right. Well,
And
that's
it'd
the
be
thing
like
about
negative 30.
Southwestern Ontario and that Great Lakes region down there is so humid. You know what I mean? It's so humid and moist year round. So in the wintertime, it's like you get snow, but then it'll be warm enough that it melts and then it turns to rain or freeze ice and what have you, right? Like I noticed I've spent a couple winters up here and cold, it does get cold, but it's consistent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, you once you get used to it, if you layer up, life goes on, man. This shit springs right on around the corner.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I did this. I seen what the winter was like and was like, oh, I can do the winter up here. And I was like, boom. Went down there and we was chilling. And some weird stuff popped off that I was just like, yeah, nah, man, it's different down here now. We gotta go. You know what I mean?
Once you leave the city and go back, you know, it's just
sad. It's so sad, bro. I hate going back because it's like, give me 2-3 days, and I'm like, yo, I'm ready to go home. Yeah. I'm ready to go back, man, because it's the energy is different. Like I told you, remember we were standing there, how many people we didn't know sat there and waved at us and nodded and talked, you know what I mean? You do that down there and they be looking, crimming you. I told you the one girl's all looking in the car and we smile, wave, and she just grimmed us and I said, what the fuck you looking at then? Excuse my French, man. You all up in my car for? You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah.
You know, here. What's up, son? Yeah, see, he be over here building his own little Lego dinosaurs and stuff.
Man, that's far more expensive than what we had.
You know, look, I tell him if you're gonna build it, gotta be mechanical. You know what I mean? Look, it's from scratch too.
What's up?
All the parts move. Yeah, man. Yeah. Make some little engineers, man. Do it all. Let them do it all.
I'm proud of you, man.
Teach them all. Oh man, thank you. I'm proud of you.
Shit.
Look how far we've come.
Just getting started.
Look how far we've come in life, man.
Yeah, I'm learning lessons late, but it's never too late, right?
It's never too late to learn lessons. That's what I always say. You gotta learn every day. You better learn something new every day. I don't care if it's a word or how to do a tie a knot, man. You better learn something new every day. You better do it because you never know. You might need to know how to tie a knot to save somebody who in the water who need help out. Hey, man, they don't know. They think life is a joke. And I tell them all the time, man, when you in the real world, life happens like that. And you better know how to do it. My job.
When the bottom falls out, falls out, like when people get pushed up against the wall, they crumble sometimes. Not a lot of people can push back or stand up straight, right? A lot of people crumble and they want for help and this. There's nothing wrong with asking for help, or there's nothing wrong with needing help.
There you go. Would you say that one more time? Tell them that one more time. There's
no problem with asking for help, and there's nothing wrong with needing help, right? But being prepared is the best kind of help you can do for yourself.
You got a fallout bag in your car?
I got a fallout bag. Well, it ain't a fallout bag, but I live on the road, man. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I be telling people I got all that. Man, what you got there? Hey, man, you never know. Something may happen. What if a bush catch on fire? I gotta roll out. You better be ready, man. Anything can happen.
Listen, you ain't playing. The last 2 years, we talked about this. Them shitting on us and telling us what we can and can't do, and where we can and can't do things. All right, now you got apparently a war over in Ukraine, and if they decide to start sending missiles over and start landing they're gonna fly right over us. Russia's right around the corner.
You know what I mean? Like you gonna watch, you just gonna watch them hit, and then what? You gonna run around crazy screaming? Help me, help me. No, man. At that time, it's you. It's you better be helping you and your family. That's why I'm
Right.
teaching my children. They know all that. They know all CPR, all this stuff. My job offers CPR. I was like, I didn't want to take it. And then, wifey like, nah, you gotta take it. Boom. I take it. She had a seizure one day, bang. I put her in the position they say you gotta put them in if people,
Yeah.
it helped. Oh snap. My homeboy from my job, boom, he get hit by a truck. Then his
Hey.
family in the truck. Yeah. His family in the truck. So, get out of here, mosquito. Yeah, so his family in the truck, boom, we go up, I run over there, help him. And all that training, keeping people calm, keeping the
Yeah.
situation calm, that stuff is real.
Yeah.
Came home one day, my son was like, yo, Dad, can we practice the CPR stuff again? Oh, dang, let's go. Let's do it. You get what I'm saying? Let's do it. All right. So I'm choking. I'm throwing up. What do you do? And they did it.
Yeah.
His sister came in. Oh, which all? Oh, okay. Yep. She joined in. Oh well. How do I put the leg? You get what I'm saying? Asking questions. They
Yeah.
know that you can ask questions. I ain't gonna clown you for asking questions because you don't know something. Oh, you don't get it the way I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to teach you. All right. Let's do it a different way. You ain't gotta just learn one way.
Yeah. Because
You
not
can learn.
everybody, and that's the problem with school, I believe. Because not only are they just teaching you to memorize and repeat what they tell you to, they're not teaching people in the best way that they learn.
My
Not
son's
everybody.
hands on. My son's hands on.
Yeah.
When he was going to school, he was struggling. So many kids in there. You can only ask for help so many times. Everybody else needs help. They can only tend to you. Long story short, we start homeschooling them for a whole year and a half. And this is the last 2 months that they just had school before they got out. Send them back. They report card come back. Oh, they doing excellent. They doing this. Now, mind you, he was struggling in like 3 classes before we took them out and started homeschooling. Then we
Right.
send them back and you talking about they doing excellent in this and this and this, but they was slacking while they was in there because they wasn't able to focus. They went back, they was like, yo, a lot of these kids is bad, man. They don't listen. Like the teacher
Yeah.
told them to do that, you know what I mean? And it's like you ain't gotta listen to somebody when they telling you some harmful stuff or something is bad. But if you at school and you know your job is to sit down and learn, you better go to school, sit your ass down and learn. That's what
Right.
you there for. You ain't going to school to have friends. You gonna have friends, but that's not what you going to school for. So I don't care what your friends is doing. If you start slacking, you can't hang with them until your grades get back popping.
Right.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
the grades, yeah, like because learning is able to happen in school. A lot of
Yeah,
times they
yeah,
condition you to memorize things, but if you're actually learning, you know what I mean, and take that and move it on, and it seems to me that you're teaching your kids to take what they learn and develop even
yeah.
more.
And go for and take it further. Don't think
Yeah.
inside the box, man. That's what another thing. I ain't got my kids just thinking inside the box when they had them doing the math. And it was just now and then switched it to some big elaborate schemes to get this answer that you can do like boom, boom, boom.
Right.
Why would I teach them to do this extra 9 steps when they can go bloop 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 and we got the answer. Move on. Let's do it. Like there's no difference whether you do it long form, medium form, or short form. We getting the answer. We getting the answer.
As
That's
long as
how
you
it
know what
should
you're
be.
doing.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I was hands-on in school. I couldn't just sit there and listen to you talk about some shit. Now you show me how to do some shit with your hands or show me how to physically do that shit, I was cold with it. I'll pick that
Right.
shit up so quick. It's like anything up here. I ain't know how to fix big rigs, no shit like that. I was shown how to do this. How do you do that? Oh, okay. I can change Man, I can change down there anything on the truck now. I ain't even a certified mechanic, but I learned how to do all this shit.
Right.
My wife's father showed me how to do all this shit that I didn't know how to do. Things that I couldn't learn how to do because my pops is in the States. You know what I mean? I can't travel across the border right now because they hated on me when I was younger. She did though, man. That lady hated on me so bad, dog. I had beat my drug case and then went over to the States years after. She gonna say, "Oh, you got a pending drug charge." I said, "No, I beat that." Well, it says it in the system, so you gotta get a waiver and all this and that and this. And then when I went back over for my grandma's funeral, like a year before I moved away, they let me go over, but they had sat me there for a minute and it was like, yo, why you got to get a waiver and all this? And I was like, she said I got a drug charge and I ain't got one. And then they look, boom, boom, yeah, don't say nothing about a drug charge. I said, no, I got a B&E charge. That's it. It was like, yeah, that's all we see. And I'm like, so yeah, man, it's like, what's the problem, man? Unflag my name, all this. But they let me go to my grandma's funeral after that. I ain't never went back.
Yeah.
I ain't never try and go back, but.
Yeah, last time I tried to go was 2001. They pulled up my name and they're like, yeah, we don't want your kind over here, and sent me back. I was like, what the fuck? Like, my kind? What the fuck did you read in that computer?
Damn, he's speaking truth. Yeah, I don't know motherfucker speaking truth coming over here, spreading your shit. Fuck that. Gonna make it harder for us, motherfucker.
See, I'm about to try to make it hard on the whole fucking industry, man. Try to bring
That's it.
hip hop back to the culture.
Apply pressure. Put the foot on their neck and stomp on that motherfucker.
Stand there. I've been watching Mike Tyson videos, man, and I swear to God, every time I watch that dude talk, man, it's just like I get fired up. Like I just want to go, I don't understand what's going on.
Because then when you watch his videos, you can see, man, he been in the darkness and he trying to stay far away from the darkness as possible. So he trying to stay at peace with himself. He finding peace with himself.
You see some of those interviews and his face just goes cold, and it's just like, okay, you got to go, or he's like, I'm gonna kill you.
And see, because he's sitting there thinking about that dark time, man, that person he is. When he told homeboy from Kenan and Kel, when he told him that you don't know where my shadow lived, I was like, oh yeah, see, that's why I don't be judging people, none of that shit, man. I don't underestimate nobody, nothing. I look at all humans on an equal platform, cause anybody can take you out this bad boy.
Just because they're having a bad day.
Because they're having a bad day and now you gone. No.
Yeah.
No, not me.
All right, family, man. Listen, I appreciate you spending the time with me, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you interviewing me, man.
Yeah, man. No, I'm gonna come back and I'm be putting pressure on you come January, February. You say this new album's coming out. You got new videos. I'm a
okay, man. Okay.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Already know, man. Cave Nation TV. Tell them to log on YouTube.
The Caveman.
Yeah, man. Caveman. You already know.
All right, man. Thanks.
All right, fam.
Peace.
Peace.